Introduction. The chaos of life. Life can often feel overwhelming, full of uncontrollable circumstances. We find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of events, external factors pulling us in different directions. But what if there was a way to navigate through this chaos, a way to regain control over our emotional state and find peace? The wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism offers a path to mastering your mind. Its key principle, the dichotomy of control, the idea that there are things you can control and things you cannot. The goal is to focus only on the things within your control and let go of the rest. What you can't control. Take a moment to consider the things that stress you out. Most of these stressors, like the weather, traffic, or other people's opinions, are completely outside your control. The Stoics remind us that worrying about these things only leads to unnecessary suffering. What you can control. Now think about what is within your control, your thoughts, your actions, and your responses to events. The Stoics teach that this is where true freedom and power lie. By focusing on your internal state, you can maintain your peace of mind regardless of external chaos. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, emphasized that some things are up to us and others are not. Recognizing the difference is the first step to mastering your mind. It's not about controlling the uncontrollable. It's about mastering yourself. A real-life example. Marcus Aurelius. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced war, political strife, and personal loss. Despite his enormous responsibilities, he remained calm and centered. How? By practicing Stoic principles, focusing only on what was within his control, and accepting the rest with grace. Applying Stoicism in daily life. So how can you apply this in your own life? Let's say you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting frustrated, ask yourself, can I control the traffic? What can I control? My response. I can choose to stay calm, perhaps listen to something uplifting, and accept the situation as it is. Master your response. In every situation, you have the power to control your response. Imagine a work scenario where your boss is critical or a colleague is unkind. You can't control their actions, but you can choose how you respond. Instead of reacting with frustration or stress, you can respond with calmness, focusing on your work and maintaining your composure. Emotional resilience. This approach also builds emotional resilience. Emotions like anger, fear, and anxiety often arise when we try to control things outside our power. By focusing on what you can control, you remove the fuel for these emotions, leading to a calmer, more centered mind. Cultivating emotional strength. Imagine how this might apply to relationships. You can't control how others behave, but you can control your own actions and responses. Instead of allowing others' behavior to dictate your emotional state, you can choose to remain calm and compassionate, or simply detach when necessary. This gives you emotional strength, preventing external events from destabilizing you. Daily Stoic practices. Mastering your mind doesn't happen overnight, it's a daily practice. Journaling is one of the most powerful tools you can use. Marcus Aurelius himself practiced this regularly, reflecting on his day and considering what was within his control. You can do the same. At the end of each day, reflect on what happened. What did you control? What didn't you? How did you respond? The power of reflection. Through regular reflection, you'll start to see patterns in your behavior. You'll recognize when you've been trying to control things beyond your influence, and you'll learn to let go. This practice not only helps you become more aware of your actions, but also fosters a deep sense of inner peace. Mindfulness, staying present. Another key practice is mindfulness. When you feel overwhelmed, pause. Take a breath, ground yourself in the present, and remind yourself of the Stoic dichotomy. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your responses, and let the rest go. Acceptance. Embracing reality. Acceptance is another vital Stoic practice. The Stoics taught that we must accept reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This doesn't mean passivity. It means recognizing that certain things are beyond our control and focusing instead on what we can do in the moment. Learning from failure. Consider this in the context of failure. If a project you worked on didn't succeed, rather than dwelling on the failure itself, reflect on what you can learn. What was within your control? Your effort. What wasn't? The outcome. By accepting this, you can move forward with valuable lessons rather than being weighed down by regret. The role of acceptance. Acceptance isn't about giving up. It's an active choice to engage with life as it is, embracing both its challenges and unpredictability. This mindset frees you from the need to control everything, allowing you to channel your energy into what truly matters, your own actions and thoughts. Emotional stability through control. As you apply these Stoic principles, you'll notice that your emotional state becomes more stable. You'll be less affected by other people's opinions, less anxious about uncertain outcomes, and more focused on what you can control: your intentions, your actions, and your growth. True freedom. Mastering your mind. In the end, Stoicism teaches that true freedom doesn't come from controlling the outside world, but from mastering your own mind. You reclaim your power by focusing on what's within your control: your thoughts, your actions, your responses. Epictetus's wisdom. Remember the wisdom of Epictetus. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This simple idea is at the core of Stoic philosophy and the key to mastering your life. Conclusion: mastering your mind. The Stoic approach isn't about ignoring reality. It's about facing it with clarity and strength. When you focus on what you can control, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and suffering. You begin to live with purpose, calmness, and true freedom.